Hello everybody, welcome back to the Wattpad book club. I'm your host, Fancy. Today I got my lovely friend over here. I got B Lego guy on this beautiful Friday.
Yeah. I've returned.
Yeah.
With a consistent schedule.
Yippee!
This is my third one in a row that's been consistent, so let's try to keep that track record up.
Little did he know about the creature that was gonna ruin the schedule.
Little did they know that they were about to have to leave again.
Yeah.
And disappear.
Another 3 weeks gone.
Oh god, I hate doing that so much.
What, leaving?
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Like, yeah, I get it. It's nice to disconnect and whatnot. Excuse me, but I like, recording with you and saying dumb shit.
Yeah. Also, I'm so sorry if everyone can hear the dogs in the back. They won't shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's fun yapping. Yapping's the best medicine. Can you hear the dogs?
That's why we made the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yapping's
Sorry,
so
I was just
fun.
chewing.
Oh, you're eating chocolate. I know it.
It was my last piece, I promise. I have no more. I just have Oreos now.
Oh my god, more chocolate.
Listen, I ate like half a row last night during Lethal.
Holy shit, man. I had 4 shots and you ate an entire row of Oreos?
It's because I was dead for like the entire thing.
Okay, and...
I get hungry when I die.
You didn't have to eat a bunch of Oreos.
What was I supposed to do?
I don't know, cry? That's what I was gonna do. What, chug shit?
You really should have taken a shot every time I died.
Fuck no, I would have been fucking plastered. Now, speaking of being plastered, we're gonna be reading more Wolfren fanfiction today. I love these segues that have nothing to do with the story.
I know, but I love these two. They're the things they're the characters that got me into shipping.
Yeah. Right, that's actually really interesting. I love what got me into shipping was Total Drama Island, but I was like 7 or 8 when that show came out.
Yeah, this got me into the shipping. Also got me into lesbian shipping.
It introduced you to lesbians. Since then,
yeah,
the world hasn't been the same.
Yeah, because there's some artist on Instagram that made ship art of them. I was like, oh, why do I kind of like that?
And here you are. Like nothing ever happened.
Yep.
You're who you needed to be. Who you've always been.
Oh. Are you done getting that out?
Yeah.
Okay. It sounded like you struggled there a little bit.
I struggled a lot there. Hope it didn't become noticeable. Little did he know that it was very noticeable about the stutter for 10 minutes. Yeah, but we're reading more Wolfren. What do you remember from last time?
Morgan.
Morgan. I think that's a different fanfiction.
Oh yeah, that was a different fanfiction. That was a little Morgan.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm pretty sure they crashed onto a planet, and they're having to help each other out.
Pog.
Either that, or I'm thinking about a different fanfic I was reading.
No, I think that's it. Alright, let me find my coin. It got a little jumbled when I recorded with Honey earlier.
What did you do to it?
Well, I just threw
it. Throw it?
I flicked it and I flew on the floor by accident.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, it gets very violent here in the Wattpad book club. Alright, do you want Be Heads or Tails to read first?
I personally like Head.
Okay. Wow, it's your lucky day!
Yay, I get Head!
Yay!
Okay.
You're required to put that in the quote folder after this.
Yeah, please go quote me, please.
No, fuck it. I'm gonna do it right now while you read.
Tales of the Past. God, this sounds like an Ahsoka title.
If you say so, I don't know.
Jim, listen to... Listen, me and you need to watch that show.
And Lego and post.
Jim listened to every word she said, letting herself think deeply about Sabine's whole story, and she found each and every bit intriguing. This Ezra must have been very special if you're willing to risk everything to find him. Even after being pushed into the friend zone, or family zone, I suppose. I still care about him. Of course, not like that anymore, but if he's pushing me into the family zone, I'd be a pretty terrible family member if I didn't at least try to find him. She sighed, running her hand through the short tips of her hair. And let me guess, you want to find the Grand Admiral for more power than you've ever dreamed of or something? Sabine said very dramatically, as if she knew that Sith were like that. Shin is not a Sith. She's just a rogue force builder.
I love how you interjected the story to point that out. you really hit that shit with the actually?
Yes, I had to, because I am a very correct person when it comes to Star Wars. It took her a moment to find how to reply this. Perhaps to the rest of the remaining Empire, it's a matter of more power than one could imagine. But for Morgan Elsbeth... Morgan. She's, well... You have to promise you won't say a word to anyone. I'm not supposed to spread gossip. I suppose her and Thrawn were very involved before his disappearance. Rebel, could you please kindly shut up? I'm trying to read. Quiet. Please, I'm trying to read here.
This is so funny.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, my dog says stop! Did you lose your place? Is that...
Yeah.
I think I'm not supposed to spread gossip.
Oh yes. He has been in a Rebel, I swear to God!
God. He's homophobic.
Yeah, clearly he doesn't like lesbians here. Oh yes, he has been in a relationship with a man before, but he and Morgan seem to be quite serious, from what I hear. Shin looked over to her now. She still does if she wants to find him after so long. It sounds like for her sake, I'd like to say I encourage them. Of course, for the Republic's sake, I'd say otherwise. She looked over at her. But enough about me and other people. What about you? What do you want? Shin really had to think over this a minute. What did she want? What did she want in life? What goals did she have? I suppose I just want peace. She started, continuing to look over at the other. And I want a lost cat. And to live somewhere quiet. Maybe eventually alongside someone so I'm never alone. But that seems impossible as someone who's deeply connected to the Force in this galaxy. I get that. But no one ever said that being connected to the Force meant that you had to choose a path you didn't want. She said slowly, keeping her voice in a tone that indicated she understood to the best of her abilities. Peace is something wonderful when it happens. Back home I have a lost cat. Then again, I'm not as deeply entwined with the Force as I'm sure you are. You're powerful. It sounds almost like a compliment when you put it that way. It's why I scouted out to be trained by Balin. I can't say it's necessarily what I wanted. Sometimes I was grateful. to have someone nearly like a father to me. But especially in times like this, I wonder if I would have been better off not fighting for a side with a selfish intent. Sometimes it's okay to not have a side or to pick one and follow your own rules. Do you really think I follow everything the New Republic sets forth? It was a dark room. It was dark in God, I cannot speak! It was dark in the room, but she flashed her semi-smile. God, I'm so glad I said that correctly.
It's okay.
I thought it was about to say she flashed Shin.
I think that would be cool if that happened.
I mean, I think it would be cool too. But unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen in this book, as this is not a smut.
Fuck.
At least from what I saw, I really hope, because it seems like every Wolfren book is smut.
It would be really funny, like, we clip this and then, like, maybe, like, 4 chapters later, it goes like, oh my god!
You're smart, well trained. You could do anything. I think you could do anything you set your mind to as well. Shin let herself smile into the dark. And I think it's noble of you to not follow the New Republic's every command. She let herself look back to the ceiling, sighing softly and contently. Sabine nodded lightly, looking up at the ceiling to avoid looking at her for any lingering amount of time. For the record, I didn't expect you to drop everything and join the Republic. It's not like I did that. I just think maybe we'd get a lot more accomplished if we handle things not as enemies. Or as girlfriends.
Yeah, as lesbians. Please and thank you.
I don't want to handle things as enemies when you've been so open to accommodating me through all of this. She felt herself yawn, and I've appreciated your kindness ever since we landed out here. I hope someday I can repay you for this. Don't worry, I think you've already repaid me. She yawned too, taking a moment taking a moment to settle into her bunk and get comfortable. Get some rest, Shin. We'll need it tomorrow for fixing up things around here. I will. Shin rolled over as much as she could, making sure she was comfortable even with her wounds. If you need me, wake me. I hope you get good rest. I wouldn't even wish bad sleep on my enemies. And surely not to you. Couldn't be me, I wish bad sleep on everyone who's my enemy. If I had any.
No, I feel like you do have enemies. Give me that shit wrapped
You're
up.
right. It's called scalpers.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I did my part for us. I put that shit.
Yeah,
on
that was a good. That was a good moment.
Yep.
Even if Shin couldn't see it, a smile washed over Sabine's face at that moment. I'm very glad to hear that. Good night, Shin. I hope you sleep well. See you in the morning. Even though her bed wasn't uncomfortable, Sabine wondered if she'd ever be able to sleep. Not with the woman in which she held so many questions for sleeping so close. It didn't take long for Shin to doze off, only because of the pure exhaustion she felt from this long day they'd both been through. It was a light sleep, curled under a thin blanket most ship's bunks provided, but she knew she was safe with the Mandalorian she was beginning to trust as she rested.
So cute. 10 out of 10. Cinema. The rescue? They're already getting rescued? I thought they were going to be on the planet for a while until they turn gay.
Oh! I wanted them to be gay sooner.
Wait, let me just double check something. I didn't turn finger into nublet, right? Okay, I didn't. Good. Alright, the rescue.
Oh, I have finger to nublet for me.
Alright, I'm gonna put it back then.
Yeah, because you said you wanted that last episode. When we didn't get any fingering,
why.
so...
Oh, that's why it was there. I was reading a fanfiction with Jolene, and like one of the most emotional parts of the story, I was like, why the fuck does it say nublet? I was like, oh no. Alright, the rest
So Jolene just heard you laughing.
Well,
and then she's like, why are you laughing at this? This is emotional.
Yeah. Well, because I read ahead a little bit, I'm like, what the fuck is their nublet? Oh my god. I'm like, wait, Jolene, pause. I gotta go change this back to finger.
Yeah.
By the time morning had rolled around, Sabine woke up fairly early, glancing over at Shin. That's right. I forgot how you said it throughout this entire fucking time.
You forgot how... Which
Shin, right?
Shin?
Yeah, Shin, okay.
Yeah, Shin.
Who was still lightly sleeping. She didn't move to wake her right away, focusing on getting up herself and grabbing what she would need for the day, so she could start getting ready, purposely being quiet so she wouldn't disturb her. Besides, she needs to rest. She was injured. It was only being polite. Shin took a moment to realize she was awake. What? What did I do?
No, sorry, I just breathed in coffee.
Oh, stop dying.
Don't worry, I swallowed everything before I started coughing.
Yee.
So no mess this time!
Shin took a moment to realize she was awake when she had finally cracked her eyes open that morning. She already felt the sore, slight stinging pain in her chest from the wound across her side before she even moved. So that made it hard when she felt she had to stretch out her body upon rolling over. Her eyes drifted to the empty bed across from her, which made her assume Sabine was already gotten up for the day. With a sigh, she swung her legs over the side of her bunk, wincing and groaning in pain, ever so slightly as she sat up. It was going to be a longer day than the first if they weren't found. Well, to be fair, the title's called Rescue, so I'm assuming that they found you.
I really hope they don't find you.
Wow, I hope you get lost and they never find you.
Yeah, just live happily together. Oh my god, no, they have to get back from early.
What? from what?
Oh. Hold on.
I don't know shit about Star Wars. Fuck. I don't know any of these new characters.
I'm about to show you Merle.
Okay. While you do that, Sabine appeared in the doorway shortly after she awoke, leaning against the frame with her arms crossed, but she didn't look annoyed, quite on the contrary. Well, it looks like you didn't bleed out overnight, which means I must have done an okay job. If you need help getting up, though, you can just ask. It is definitely a painful wound. Alright, let me look at the photo you sent. Hold on. Unless that was someone adding me being like, what the fuck did Lego say? Okay. Oh, what is that? Dog? Is it a fox?
A lost cat.
Oh, okay, that's I know it's cute. Shouldn't...
Yeah, so that was actually at the... Someone made those at the convention at GalaxyCon, and I petted.
Oh, I was like, I thought they made plushies. I'm like,
No.
You should have bought one.
Listen, I would have bought it. I would have dropped everything to buy a lost cat. I love those things.
Yeah, unfortunately, you already bought Baggy, and you're like, breaking the budget a little bit.
Yeah, listen, to get her, I had to.
Yeah. Shin lifted her head as she looked at Sabine. You did a really nice job, because I'm alive. I may need the help getting up, though. It feels more irritated than yesterday. She nodded, wasting no time in crossing over, offering her a hand. Yeah, probably because it's a bad wound. When we get back to the New Republic, the med center there can help. Don't worry, you'll recover. I hope someone comes out here to find us soon. I'm kind of getting tired of spending all my time on a half-crumpled ship, which is why I need to get that comm system up and running. She seemed more than determined to put her knowledge of tinkering to use once again, wanting to impress. Not Sabine in particular, of course not. Just in general. They're gay. If I had a
just admit it.
Sabine gently pulled her up, keeping her hand tight in hers for perhaps too long, but just to keep her stable. I'll lay out all the parts I was able to recover. Oh, gather. Well, I guess it's the same fucking word. There should be enough for you to patch it. Do you want a hand getting back up there? For almost a moment, Shin didn't want to let Sabine's hand let go. God, I'm fucking this up! Give me a water. She didn't want to let go of Sabine's hand. So she let it linger within the others for a few moments, too long, even after she was stable. I think that may be for the best. Just so I don't hurt myself further. Sabine didn't seem to mind, so she didn't let go. At least, not exactly. She instead took her arm, linking them together for support. Is that really, like, a good way to support someone when they had, like, a wound in their chest? But, I don't know.
Probably not, but hey, it's fine.
Yeah. It's alright. I got you. I mean, I can support you. Just follow along with me. Shin nodded, leaning into Sabine somewhat as she took her time getting to the front of the ship with the Mandalorian. She wanted to be able to get this thing fixed and get out of here. Not that she wanted to get away from the company. She just wanted to be in a more comfortable environment. Once they reached the cockpit, Sabine slowly let go of her arm, gesturing towards the pilot chair. I'll bring the supplies I found over. Maybe together we could figure out a way to fix it. Unless you want to do it yourself. That's fine too, I can watch. I would like to help if you have an understanding of what you're doing. I won't say I have a perfect technological knowledge, but I have the basic idea to know what I'm doing. Please, tech is just as much my thing as it is yours. She gave an amused laugh, sitting in the chair beside her. Just pick up where you left off. I can help as you go. She nodded once again, a soft smile on her lips before the expression took one of pure focus, as she began to look in the inner workings of the comm system once again, and asked Sabine for any parts that she may have needed. By the time she was done, Sabine glanced over at her work. It was impressive, she wouldn't lie. That doesn't look half bad. Let me try getting a message through. She leaned over and started punching in the code for the Republic before glancing back at her. Thank you for doing this. Shin sat back and allowed Sabine to test the comms, observing that she began to boot up whatever the system would work. There's no reason to thank me, Sabine, really. It's not as if I wanted to get stuck here too. Well, even still, it was good teamwork on your part. Even if that's not normally your style, you're good at it. She smiled lightly before the comms crackled, and she held down the button to speak. Hello? Hello? Do you copy? This is Commander Wren. Hello? At first it seemed like there was a garbled static coming through the comms, before a voice started to come through and get clearer and clearer. Sabine? Sabine, do you copy? The voice was General Sadula came through after mere seconds, meaning it was working. Sabine had successfully fixed the comms. A sigh of release escaped her as soon as she heard Serena. Fuck, I just said it.
Serena?
Sorry, Hera.
Who's Serena?
I don't know. I'm tired. I'm gonna go lay down. Knowing Hera was on the other end, it meant they can get out of here. It's good to hear your voice, General, she said in a joking manner, giving Shin a look of gratitude before her voice turned to a more serious again. The engines got damaged. We crashed. I don't know where. It's taken a while to get the comms running, but we need a pickup, preferably soon. Hera felt so much relief of her own... Hold on. Just give me 2 seconds. Hera felt so much relief of her own flood through her own leaf flood. Okay, I can't do this.
A flood through her when she knew Sabine was okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my finger underneath the words as I read. We're just glad you're okay, Sabine. We can track this transmission signal to your location, and I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm fine, don't worry. We might need a medic team on standby though. Shin, you know, she's hurt. I've done the best I can, but it'll be better if a professional took a look at it, she said finally. We'll be here when you arrive. Thank you, Hera. You're the best. Hera hesitated before replying. We will have one of the best medics ready for her before we get Shin to her cell to rest before questioning. I appreciate you going on this mission for the New Republic, Sabine, and I appreciate you both for working together. Oh yeah, let's go, teamwork.
Yippee!
Shin very clearly looked a bit disappointed by hearing the words "her cell" come from Hera. But what did she expect? It's not like her putting aside her differences and helping Sabine would make her a hero overnight, but part of it still hurt. She didn't even have her lightsaber on her. It was confiscated. Sabine looked over at Shin, not immediately replying to Hera. It wasn't as if she was wrong in assuming, but she just felt as though they were beyond this. Somehow. Actually, Hera, if it's alright with you, I think I can handle her from here. I owe her one for fixing the comms in the first place. A cell won't be necessary. She hoped that Hera wouldn't see through her blatant attempt of wanting to spend more time with Shin rather than against her. Hera knew what Sabine meant by this would be best of heart. Just as Sabine always had with people she was beginning to get a better understanding of. And maybe, if Shin was able to fix the comms and get them out of here in the first place, Sabine was onto something. I'm sure we can work out the fuck. I'm sure we can work something out to where Shin can remain free of a cell if she's to stay with you. Thank you, Hera. We'll be waiting for you. Fly safe and we'll see you soon. Sabine confirmed with her before letting the transmission go, slowly taking a seat beside Shin. So, we're getting out of here. Finally, right? I'm sure you're just so tired of me by now. She tried to lightly joke to clear any of the tension. Holy fuck, I need water!
They made us read so much in this book, but I don't care.
I feel like I'm stuttering over every fucking word. Shin seemed a lot more relaxed than she had moments ago, even if she didn't understand why Sabine had done all that. Finally, you know, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to get me out of a cell when I'm the one who's hurt you and your friends before. She knew she'd have to defend her choices eventually, but it didn't seem like she wanted... Fuck. It didn't mean that she wanted to. Not in that moment. Maybe I just did so because you're hurt. You'll heal so much better somewhere else. And besides, you haven't tried to kill me in over 24 hours. I thought you're doing pretty well. Yay! You haven't threatened to kill me yet.
Yay! No, I wouldn't mind.
What? Okay, moving on. I see no need to kill someone who seems to value my life in the same way I do. If that makes sense to you, Shin admitted. I'm quite excited to get to your base and get properly healed. This thing hurts. The faintest of smiles crossed her face. She was pleased with how far they've come in such a little time. Hera's fast. She'll be here soon, sooner than you can imagine. She assured her, and she was right. It wasn't much longer until they had their ride out of here, and Shin was receiving proper care back at the base. While Sabine knew that would have to properly explain the whole thing to Hera later, she wanted to check on Shin first and take her back to where she could rest. Fuck.
Wow.
Yippee.
Stolen kisses.
Excuse me?
Who stole? Who? Which person am I about to have to shoot?
Who
In
stole
this
these
book.
kisses?
There's only a few people I will allow. That's me. Okay. Shin didn't realize how exhausted she was from being out, stranded on some foreign planet and injured without proper care, to the point where she dozed off during her treatment she was receiving on the New Republic base. It wasn't until she sensed Sabine, who must have convinced Hera to let her explain things much later, than the meeting they tried to call Sabine into, getting closer and closer until she cracked her eyes open and tried to push away the tiredness behind them. Sabine was leaning against the wall of the med center by the time Shin opened her eyes. Her arms were crossed in front of her, but she didn't seem upset. Quite the opposite. I'm glad to see you're awake. Look better than you did on the transport over here. Her voice was softer, perhaps because she knew how tired she'd been. It took longer than expected speaking with Hera, or I'd have been here sooner. Are you feeling better? Upon seeing Sabine with her own two eyes, Shin couldn't stand the way it made her feel. She'd never understood the term butterflies in your stomach a day in her life. But if she had to guess its meaning beyond consuming real-life butterflies and having them flutter around inside of you, that is a disturbing thing to think about.
Yeah.
This must have been it. I've got some good care and some good rest. I'd say I'm feeling much better. Everything stings less. The medic said it was starting to look infected. I can only imagine you learned the hard way that my medic skills are not the best. Sabine said in a semi-joking tone before approaching the bed she was still lying on, sitting on the edge of it. You'll be staying with me for a while, so I hope you haven't gotten tired of me yet. I know I was almost beginning to enjoy your company. Shin carefully sat up and looked at Sabine, a smile pulling at the corner of her lips. And I was nearly beginning to enjoy having you in my presence. So hopefully you don't do anything that makes me tired of you much quicker. She rambled on for a moment, not quite sure why she couldn't get these words out of her mouth. Sabine felt the need to glance around the room. It was empty by now, considering they'd wanted to give her the chance to rest that she so clearly needed. Oh god, who the fuck is talking? Sabine yet? It's Sabine. I had a few things in my mind, but I don't know if they'd make you tired of me. She turned back to look at her expression fairly unreadable. Unless you think I should go for it anyways. Tilting her head like a dog, Shin seemed intrigued. She couldn't read Sabine at this moment, so she wondered what she'd been thinking or teasing her with. I think you should. I mean, I promise I won't get tired of you since I have to stay beside you all this time. This action was quite a shock to Shin, but it wasn't unwelcome. She couldn't lie pretend that she hadn't thought about kissing Sabine for a long time. It's their first duel where she regretted stabbing her in the stomach. I just had to make sure you knew.
Before she almost regretted stabbing that poor woman in the chest. Almost.
Which she did survive.
Yeah, she survived.
Clearly. She carefully put down her own hand on Sabine's shoulder before just looking upon pulling away, mouth slightly agape, in wonder of the moment just shared. What does agape mean?
Like slightly open.
Like, okay, I've never seen that word in my life.
It's like a jar.
Sabine looked at her for a very long time after the kiss. She wondered what she'd done, kissing a woman who by all means she should have been complete enemies with, but she didn't see them that way. Even after their first encounter, Shin had wondered. Excuse me. Shin had worked her way into her thoughts somehow, and it had built up to this moment. Are you tired of me yet? She finally managed to ask. Her hand, still unmoving from its spot, rested against her cheek. Shin shook her head softly. God, I thought that was Shin talking. I'm going to cry. I can't figure out who's ever talking. Shin shook her head softly, moving her hand up to Sabine's cheek. No, not at all. If anything, this makes me less tired of you. She hesitated for quite a moment before leaning in a bit. Do you mind if I...
Oh.
Kiss you?
Oh.
Considered I just kissed you, I don't think you really need to ask. But of course you can. She took that as a good sign. She still wanted to be around her. To kiss her again, Sabine leaned forward a bit more since she didn't want Shin to move too much from her newly treated wound. Shin allowed herself to kiss Sabine once again, this time letting the kiss last for a moment longer than the first. There was something kind of special about this moment. Something they faded after a moment upon remembering how long this seemed. She pulled away. Shin suddenly looked unsure compared to as in awe as before. She knew nothing would be able to last. Sabine and Shin came from different worlds. What would happen when Balin and Morgan came to find her? What would happen if the New Republic never liked this thing between them? And she doubted Ahsoka, Sabine's own master in the Force, would ever have an understanding for anything Sabine and Shin shared.
You're telling
Sabine
me
looked up at her.
Morgan might be homophobic?
I'm pretty sure Morgan are maybe slightly homophobic, though they are dating, apparently, Grand Admiral Thrawn, who apparently dated a man, so...
Oh my god, internalized homophobia.
Sabine looked up at her, noticing how unsure she looked compared to before. And although she had her suspicions as to why, she still decided to ask. What's wrong, Shin? I mean, I could easily assume it's because we're different, but I just didn't really want to think about that. Because I care about you. I can't just pretend that I don't have feelings about you. What if things would Dear, I can't figure out who's talking.
It's okay. Deep breaths. It's Shin. Shin's talking right now.
Yeah, I just figured that out. Maybe every time before I should just take a 10-minute read of the next paragraph.
10-minute break to figure out who the fuck's talking.
Yeah. I can't pretend that I don't care about you. What if things never would work? Sabine, I'm here as a prisoner. Maybe if I wasn't a high security person wandering here, with a dark Jedi Master and a heiress to the Empire looking for me as we speak, I wouldn't be so worried. Shin was honest with her, looking down a bit. Right. Can't imagine that Ahsoka will be all too pleased with me about this either. But it's not like I've ever listened to her anyway. Tried to crack a smile or did you just start laughing?
Sorry.
Okay. I just heard like a slight crackle and then you just went quiet.
Sorry, I was slightly choking on my drink.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. Do you need a choke break?
I'm putting that in the coat folder. I'm putting that in the coat folder. Do you need a choke break?
Oh god. Whoever reads the quote folder after the recording is going to be questioning what we were doing.
Yeah. Yeah, so you saying, yay, I'm getting head, to, do you need a choke break? Oh, that's gonna be a great fucking reading through the quote folder at some point.
Oh god. She tried to crack a smile, gently resting her hand on her chin, tilting her face up to her once again. As far as you're concerned, I don't know what the New Republic will say, and I'm sure Balin and Morgan will eventually find out.
Morgan?
Morgan. But what do you want?
To be gay.
Shin had no hesitation Shin had no hesitation on the question Sabine asked her. I want you. I want to be with you. I want to be with you so badly. I've never stopped thinking about you after our run-in on Lothal. I felt bad for what I did. Stabbing her. I always have. I haven't stopped thinking about you either. Although I was admittedly rather peeved after being stabbed, I have to admit, you held yourself well in combat. I found the whole thing impressive. Sabine gently reached for her hands. If you want to stay here with me, then we'll figure out a way. We always do. You can continue your mission to find Thrawn, but it'll be with me on our terms. Shin took her hand and gave them a light squeeze. I want to stay with you. I will tell the New Republic all I know. I will be honest, and I will help you find your friend. I'll be thankful to have you on my side for that, really. And if the Republic has any issues with that, they can take it up with me. I chose to bring you here, and I trust you. The others will come around. She squeezed her hands in return. I mean that. Shin kept her hands clapped with Sabine's before leaning into her, sighing softly in more content manner. Thank God I got that sentence through. I appreciate you, and I adore you, Sabine. Getting to know you better these past few days meant a lot. And it means you're a lot more willing to take this chance for us. I appreciate you too, Shin. She slowly let go of her hands, just so she can wrap her arms around the woman, very gently pulling her closer. I can't speak for everyone, but perhaps people will understand us, eventually. Until the New Republic decides to be homophobic.
Boo.
Listen, I'm pretty sure the Chancellor of the New Republic, she'll be totally fine with gay because her sister is gay.
Huh, I didn't know
or
that.
Cousin. I think it's cousin, but maybe sister. I'm god awful with memory games.
Me too.
She let herself close her eyes again, taking a deep breath. If they want to change the galaxy, they'll have to open their minds to even the most unlikely of couples. Shin kept her head leaning against the other woman. Coming in behind them was Hera, who unfortunately just couldn't push back the Republic's briefing with Sabine any further. But she was quiet. Just wanting. Just wanting what? There was something sweet about this. It reminded her of her and Kanan once, growing into adulthood while leaning with their feelings alongside the others. Sabine almost let herself relax for a moment, just enjoying the feeling of holding her so close, her so gently. Of course, it was interrupted when she followed Hera behind them, sitting up more abruptly, letting go of Shin. Although she didn't quite move away from her either. Hera, I didn't hear you. She swallowed, but kept her resolve, unlike my voice. She knew she'd seen enough, but it wasn't like they'd be able to hide it anyway. Did you need me? Sorry for slipping away so soon, but I wanted to check on her. Hera kept a soft, understanding look on her face. She cared about Sabine as if she were a child of her own. Obviously, she would want to be able to get behind any choice Sabine made for her own life. Don't apologize, really. I didn't mean to interrupt you both. I just couldn't hold back the rest of the New Republic for much longer. And they insist on a briefing right now. Right, I get it. It's a troubling situation with tracking them down. Excuse me. She nodded in understanding, thankful for Hera and trusting her enough not to question anything. Do they want both of us or just me? Either way, she's probably capable of coming along by now. Her wound is healing nicely. If Shin is able to come along, then I'm sure no one would be opposed to it. Hera said very honestly. Shin sat up a bit more. I think it's best if I come along. I mean, I'm assigned to stay with Sabine. Hera couldn't hide her smile as she heard Shin speak up to her. That is settled. You two can follow me.
Beautiful. I love gay people.
Me too.
Oh my god, lesbians.
My favorite type.
I forgot you sent me an image. I was like, what the fuck is appeared on the monitor? Oh,
yeah, that's the loth cat. That's Sabine's pet.
Loth cat.
Early. My baby. My baby boy.
The sweetest of babies.
Dang, I relate to Sabine a lot.
Explain that to me.
You know, cat,
Oh,
lesbian.
Okay. I thought you were about to go rant on like a really deep meaning of like how you felt about her, like in like the Star Wars fandom and not the fandom, like the series and all that. But then you just were like cat and lesbian. I'm like, you know what? That's fair. That's like asking me why do I like Vox and I just say TV. It works out. And speaking of things that we like to see, it's time for the wheel.
You know, the wheel has been very gracious.
Yeah.
So
sad.
I'm sure it will give me Agatha and Rio finally.
I hope it gives us Vox. Let's find out. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Alright, let me just double check. Okay. Had to make sure the alpha stuff wasn't on here anymore because we finished it. Oh my god.
That was so sad. I loved that book. Loved it so much.
I forgot that this wheel takes a minute. I was like,
we do this every week where we forget.
Yeah, I forgot that I made it like this.
Yeah, because it's fun.
Yeah. I love getting edged by a goddamn wheel. Us when we're playing fucking roulette at the casino.
Oh my god, that was so much fun, but I hated it.
You know I got copyrighted for the casino music?
Wait, you got copyrighted for it?
Yeah. Not like copyright strike, it's just like a warning. on it for a few of the parts. Stop. No, stop.
Look, it's gonna
Stop
go to Selling Tracker. No, I don't want to read those two. No.
Fuck.
I really didn't want to read those two.
I'm sorry, we gotta read about straight people now.
That was literally like the one thing, other than Jack's X Reader, that I did not want to read this whole thing.
Wait, did we ever pick out a book for these two?
Please tell me there is no book. Please tell me.
I'm looking it up right now on my phone. Hold on. Okay, I'm finding an X Reader. That's another X Reader. Actually, that's a Striker X Blitz. Okay. Oh my god, there is nothing.
Thank God. Yes.
I feel like we would have found a book if we had it on the wheel. Well, shit.
No, this is from like day one where we were just writing down ideas.
All right, let me save this real quick and we'll do it again. Sorry.
Okay, please.
And I'm still looking just in case. Nope. Jack shit. No one I see a lot shipped Stella and Sally Mae.
You know, I say that a lot too.
I'm like, you know what? Good for you, man. Yeah. Vox.
Damn, it looks like I'm not getting Agatha and Rio.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
Stop.
Stop.
Wait, it's going too fast. It's gonna land on Vox X Alistair.
No, please. I'm on my hands and knees.
Oh no. Oh.
I'll be good.
Alright, looks like we're reading more Vox X Alistair.
Can someone like blow the wheel so we can get Haley X Reader?
Actually, I think this would be the last part for Vox X Alistair. So we can remove it from the wheel.
Please tell me, because I hate that book so
How do you hate it?
much.
It's enemies to lovers. I can't believe this.
Every time I read that book, I wanted to kill myself. So bad, I hated it.
Hey, at least, that'd be the only one, and then that's it. Because I think we'll finish that book during our next recording.
Wait, I don't have it. I don't see it.
I'll find it again.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry for your loss. Who the fuck added me in the Discord? Oh god. Bro's gay. With a question mark. There's no way to explain this.
No, they just have to wait until the episode.
Yeah, so September 5th. Crazy. Alright, well guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate it. Lego's not gonna appreciate it in the next one though. I'm so sorry.
No, I wish I could show up drunk to it.
Sorry, you can't, unless you steal liquor. I at least put it there as an option. You're not going to, I know you.
That would also, I'm pretty sure, get your YouTube channel banned.
Oh, absolutely. Encouraging illegal activities.
Now, the fact that your channel hasn't gone banned yet is surprising.
Why do you think it would get banned?
Your book club.
Wow. I put 18 pluses on the stuff that need it, okay? It's been fine. It's fine. Anyway.
I said with joys.
I say with glee. Little did I know about the creature. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. On screen is a playlist of all the other Wattpad book club readings I've done in the past, including with Lego. So if anyone's interested...
And then on the other side of the screen is the last Wattpad book club episode that was released.
Yeah. So you guys should watch
Which
that.
you guys know what it is, because you guys are a time traveler.
Yeah. Well, actually, I know what it is, because I had recorded it just today. It is Mario X Mr. Puzzles, so go check that out if you haven't already. It was really good. What do you mean, what the fuck?
That's not a Nintendo character.
Oh, Mr. Puzzles?
Yeah.
It's from SMG4.
Mario is a Nintendo character.
Yeah, just don't worry about it, man. And then, yeah, Lego, do you have any final words?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
That was my word.
Alright, anyway. Alright, my name is Phoenix, that was Lego, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!
Bye.